Here's something that I'd like to call a thing or two that I learned. I recently had to buy some power cables for UPS's, big, burly extension cables like this guy. And I wasn't paying attention. And here's what I mean by that. So typically, these are 30 amp twist lock plugs. Normally they just go in like this and you twist and they're locked in place, right? So this is the same cable, so obviously I'm not connecting to anything here. But you untwist and you pull out, and that's what, you got your receptacle and your plug, 3 pins. One of them has a little extra little shelf on it, and you can see on this one right there is the matching shelf, and literally you line that up, plug it in, boom. So what you have here is hot, neutral, and ground, and I'm willing to bet that the one with the little extra something is the neutral, or I'm sorry, the ground. So here we go, twist lock. So what you wouldn't know by looking at this plug and cable is that this is for 220 volt or 240 volt applications. The reason I say that is because this plug came off of a battery, a UPS battery, that is 110 volts, 30 amps, just like this. But guess what? If I drop that plug, keep the outlet here, if I go to plug it in, it doesn't fit, no matter what I do. You line up the little shelf, this same as the other one. In fact, if you look at these side by side, they almost look identical, except if you pay attention closely, this pin here is a wee bit wider than this pin here. This one, not this one, this one. Here's why. It looks like the 110 or 120 volt application versus the 220 volt cable that we got has the hot and the neutral switched, meaning it doesn't fit, it's reversed. You'll never be able to get this in, and there's really no way to convert it. So this is a L630R outlet. That happens sometimes. Got to talk to Dell about that. That is a Dell ultra-wide display back there. It does that every once in a while. It goes black, it comes back. So this is an L630R for receptacle and R630P for plug. Or L630, I'm sorry. L630, L6-30 plug P, L-30R, or L, am I getting these right? Yes, L6-30R, L6-30P. This, the 110 volt version, is an L5-30P in this case for plug. So basically, these two will never go together. Yeah, things I learned when buying cables. Make sure you know L5 for 120 volt, L6 for 220, 240 volt. I'm telling you, the ends look almost identical. This is just an aftermarket plug, but molded plugs like this, short of really inspecting it and looking at it, you'd never know. So yeah, things I learned. L630P, L530P.